I went to Berlin for a solo trip, and this is how I spent a great day alone in the city. And because I lived here for a couple of years, I know the best non-touristy spots. This is Café am Neuen See. It sits in the west of Berlin, and this is a traditional German breakfast. It stars different types of bread: egg, cheese, cold cuts meat, jam, fruit, and more bread. Bread is very important in Germany. The word for supper is Abendbrot, which literally translates to evening bread. I like the variety in German breakfast. It sort of feels like a picnic, and I guess it's the equivalent of an English breakfast, but more puritanical. This cafe is also better in summer because you can hire boats and row across the lake. Next stop is CO, which is an exhibition house for photography and visual media. Tickets cost €12 and cover all 3 exhibitions at the gallery, but I was only really there to see the one about Berlin in the 90s, where photos show how the city transformed after the fall of the Berlin Wall. There was a lot of joy and hope, but also intense sadness in these photos. I overheard several people reminiscing about their memories of Berlin from this time, and I watched as people recognized friends and family in the photos, and it just made me realize that these images aren't just art, they're personal memories too. Next is one of my favourite places to visit. This is the Turkish market by Maybachufer, which is only open on Tuesdays and Fridays. You can buy food, fabric, clothes, random knickknacks, and hot snacks, and pickles! In the summer, you can also sit on the bank of the canal and chill, and it's just so nice. On to Humana, which is an enormous second-hand shop with 5 floors filled with clothes. I'll do a separate video on this place because it is amazing. They even have a wedding dress and a skiing section. Also, I just wanted to say, if you have any questions about solo traveling or solo dates, or any questions about Berlin, please write them in the comments and I will answer them. It was snowing by the time I left for supper in Neukölln at my favourite old Imbiss, Sahara, which is Sudanese food. I always get a halloumi sandwich with extra peanut sauce, and it only cost €5 for this huge pitta. And there was so much peanut sauce, it was spilling out of every hole of the sandwich. This is one of my favourite places to eat in the whole of the city. Final stop of the day is one of the many bars in Weserstraße. I'll leave a couple of suggestions in the captions below because there's so many good ones. Also, people still smoke inside in some of the bars, so just be aware of that. And you know, sometimes I wonder, what would life be like if I hadn't moved back to London, if I'd stayed in Berlin? Berlin is a lot cheaper and more chill, but it lacks the drive and ferocity that I love about London.